See, it is a perfectly running and driving Jeep. I actually ran a lot better, but I pulled one of the O2 sensors out to give it to another Jeep when they kind of fried one. So now it's got a really bad exhaust leak, and the check engine light came back on. But it was really fun to drive, actually. Really good running. But she's a little rough now. But that's right. We're gonna tear this bad boy apart. Into the shop we go. What's up, guys? Justin here. Welcome back to Krashfab, and I'm Justin with Krashfab. So what I wanted to do is kind of get back into the game with you guys a little bit. We've been pushing really hard the last few months, and I've said that in other videos and stuff, and it's just been nonstop and been relentless. So we've been banging really hard. You know, I've been pushing 14, 16-hour days, and Ryan's been here banging hard. We've had all kinds of Jeeps come in and out, and it's been really fun, but it's been exhausting. So we're down to one Jeep here. We're on the kind of tail end stages of that Jeep, so that's going to be pretty exciting to get that Jeep going. I'm going to show you guys that one here too. But so the goal is we're going to get back into this stuff. I really want to showcase you some video stuff, and Ryan's ready to edit, and he's not here today, so it's kind of static, just camera on the tripod kind of deal. So hopefully not too bad for you guys, but wanted to get back into it. We're going to be doing weekly videos. That is my goal and commitment, is weekly videos. And so we're going to start with this bad boy here. And this is the Krashfab Jeep. Isn't it really fancy? So long story short, the price was right on this bad boy. So I picked it up a couple years ago. It's been sitting here collecting dust, and I've been slowly collecting parts for it, and so I'm ready to build it. It was kind of a big feat. We had to get it to past California smog, and to have it fully registered and insured and all that stuff. So that is all done. It is a fully registered street legal vehicle. Can't you tell? Now, don't drive your vehicle on the street if it looks like this. But this is how I got it. So it did actually have a hood on it at one point in time. It came with no doors, no seat. It had some really crappy wheels on it that wouldn't turn right, so they wouldn't balance. So I threw these takeoffs on there. And we got it past smog just like this. And it's actually probably one of the best driving 3.8 liter motors I've ever had come through my shop, or Hal's shop up at Autotech. He helped me out with some of the electronics and stuff on it too. So she's running and driving great. It's got a manual transmission in it. I would say it's like a 2009. That's what the VIN plate says on it. And yeah, so now we're ready to build it. And that's kind of the fun part. That's what I'm going to start showcasing you on. So the goal for this Jeep is to just get a Jeep driving for the shop. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of rabbit holes that I can go down for custom fabrication work and do really cool stuff, but that takes a huge amount of time and dedication, which I'm dedicated, but I just don't have the time for. And I want to get out and wheel with you guys this summer and get to some events that are coming up fairly quickly. So we're going to put a Jeep together that drives, and that's the goal. It's going to be kind of quick and dirty, and kind of as time progresses along, we'll take you on a journey of maybe pulling some stuff apart and redoing it really nice and fancy. And you know, there's some other ideas that I have with maybe some dovetailing that we might go down and just do some cool stuff and do some cool fabrication work and really show you guys what the possibilities are when you kind of start thinking outside the box. So that's the goal. And so kind of a quick down and dirty, I'm going to pull the tub off the frame. The frame's going to go out into the field, and I'm going to save the frame for something later. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a hybrid frame. It'll have some 2x6 box tubing that I can build the center section of the frame off of, and then it'll transition to some tube work front and rear, and all that'll get tied into the cage as one big solid unit. So that's kind of the chassis work of it. It's going to get some 16-inch ORIs. I had these come in a long time ago, and I saved them for myself. And so integral reservoir ORIs. I've never had a vehicle that I've driven with these yet, so I'm kind of excited to get them on and see what they really do. The XTXs are phenomenal, and so I'm excited to try these better ones. I'm not one of those guys that's super hardcore ORI or coilover. I think they both have some goods and bads, and this is what I got. This is what I'm going to run, so it'll be cool. And motor's going to go bye-bye. I got a 6-liter LS that I've had kicking around here for a little while too. I had a LS garage down in Sacramento rebuild it, cam it, heads, that kind of deal. So it should be about 500 horse. It should be pretty fun to drive. Howlett Autotech and Tires built me a really nice 4065E transmission, all built internals, and it's going to be a fun thing with the Atlas behind that. Obviously, fusion axles are my favorite, so I'm going to put fusion axles on this thing. I got those up in the rafters up in the other shop. So we pretty much have all the parts. There's maybe a couple of electronics I need to get. I need to get a new dash, like for the gauges and stuff like that. Need to get one of those going. Need to get some lights and S-Pod going, maybe a stereo. But pretty much I've got the parts here to build it, and that's what we're going to start doing. And like I said, the goal is to just kind of down and dirty, get a Jeep driving, and then go from there and start refining it and take you guys along the journey of the refinement. So make sure you guys follow along. We're going to start doing these weekly videos, like I said, of just whatever we're doing in the shop. You know, it may be this, it may be that, it may be ranching, it may be chasing cows. Oh, speaking of cows, so we kind of had this nickname for this Jeep because I've used it to like, kind of like when cows get out or we got to move cows from one pasture to another, I kind of use this thing to like block stuff, and I'm like, oh, go get that there Heifer Fetcher and we'll go block the road and do this and do that. And so, I don't know, it's kind of just a funny name that I picked. I think Jeep names are stupid, and so I think that's why I said that, because it's like, it's so stupid that it's kind of funny. People that, I'm just not into the Jeep names, you know, that's all there is to it, and it's just not my deal. So, kind of a joke. My real big joke is that I think all the Jeeps should be called one thing, and that's Dude Magnet, because that's the PG version. Because like you can't do anything or go anywhere without 10 guys coming up and asking you questions and talking to you about this and telling you about their life story of Jeeping, and I don't know, it's just kind of funny. All Jeeps to me are Dude Magnets. So those are my jokes. I got lots of them, and so that's it. I'm gonna do a little time lapse, and I'll do a little walk around, just show you guys what it looks like. It looks like a hunk of junk that is a stock Jeep. It's a stock Jeep. So any mall that you can find will have 10 of these parked in it. It just might have a windshield on the top. So this one doesn't, and that's what we're starting with. Stock Jeep, runs, drives, past smogs, and then we're gonna make it a fun Jeep to go off-road, and then down the road we'll start making it really nice and really custom as far as fabrication goes. So that's the goal, and thanks for following along. Just make sure you guys subscribe, because we're gonna do these every week, and I want you guys to be able to see what we're doing. So that's it for now. I'm gonna check off, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Later.